Yeah, you got to understand that that with the metaverse, with everything breaking down, so they plan to use the metaverse to take your focus off even going outside, right? Because you can even buy real estate property. So then now they got these VR shades they're gonna come with, just like in Ready Player One. Once they roll them out, then you'll be able to fully go into the metaverse. So what happens is, while this world is deteriorating and being broken down, you are now more focused on living in this virtual reality world. And the thing they're not telling people is that they can use that virtuality simulation to trap your consciousness in there forever because it's a simulation. This is another reason why they're getting everybody to get the RFID chip, right? That's going to replace the RFID chip, right? That's all a part of, because now they can put, like, remember with the new chips, they want to be able to put on there whether you've been even or not. So if they take these chips and put on there, if you've been, your bank account information will be on the chips. Everything about you will be on these chips, right? You won't need a wallet anymore, any of that.
We're on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new accounting is what we call blockchain. It means digital. It means having a almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy, which will give us far greater clarity over what's going on.
But also not just that, they will need a sample of your blood that will go in these chips, because they're going to put the chips into your blood. So what is the blood? That's the life force. That's where your spirit is at. So through the bloodstream, they will then be able to transfer your spirit and soul to completely leave it stuck in that virtual reality world forever. So now when your body die here, your soul and spirit stays inside that metaverse. And this is how they are able to eventually turn the metaverse to an actual world. They will infuse your spirit and soul into that world through you playing the goddamn metaverse all the time. You see what I'm saying? So let's say when your body your real avatar deteriorates, now your soul and spirit is stuck in that world. And now that they have that energy in that world, and let's just say you bought a house and some property in the metaverse. Okay, now you will live on, but just in the metaverse. But the difference is they can control that metaverse. They can't control this. They sitting here like got energetic barriers set up, like security, but they're not controlling it. But they can control that metaverse because it's a computer simulation that they created. It's basically their way of trying to create their own universe, like how we got a universe and multiverse. It's their way of trying to do that. But for us, though, they trying to break that come and go. Remember, they trying to still defeat us in this realm and cast us completely out this atmosphere, our ancestors and all, and lock down this realm, right? And then while doing that, they also trying to create their own new world. So we go up in there, and then we go up in that metaverse, and now we stuck there, and now they're able to control. So it's not like they got their own version of what we got, their own universe. Just like they stole the land and made their own cities. But who had the original cities? We did. They ain't do shit but replicate everything we did, guys. You feel me? So the metaverse is their way of trying to replicate the universe and the multiverse. So, even when you came here, you were labeled a meta-human. So that's why it's even called the metaverse, because they're going to need our soul, which is our magnetism. They're going to require it to run and power that new world, because they know this world that they created, they can't hold us no more. So they're gonna want to get everybody, and they're gonna start with the celebrities, which you see the celebrities buying all the property up and all that in the metaverse, because you're gonna connect you to it through these chips. So like real life Ready Player One, and with the whole world around you, if it's war starting to take place and shit starting to get tore down, that'll keep people locked into there, because you're gonna be like, man, I want to be more in here because there's shit going on. It'll come off as it's being brought out to the public like it's a cool idea. No different than when Apple rolled out the Apple phone. You get what I'm saying? So it's gonna make everybody want to try it, and then it's gonna feel so real that you're gonna be like, damn, it's so much. It ain't nothing you can do in this realm that you won't be able to do in the metaverse, right? So the metaverse is their way of saying the universe, but their own man-made, manufactured universe created for the God species to entrap spirits and souls in there. Now, as far as the human beings that go in there, yeah, they want to entrap them in there too and control them, but it's more for us. It's more to break us from what we have to do. And that's why I said the metaverse is way deeper than people think. You know what I'm saying? That shit is it ain't gonna work though. It ain't even gonna get off the ground like because of what we got going. But yeah, that's their plan though. That's their long-term plan. So now they break that whole natural cosmic motion of you even transcending the realm, right? Because when you transcend, your soul and spirit travels around and you elect to come back or whatever. But if you when you go in that metaverse, you will no longer have control. So you basically a prisoner in there for all eternity. As opposed to you on no prisoner here. When you in this body, you leave, go to the next one. They trying to stop that natural organic flow. No different than they did with stopping the natural birth rate of our gods and goddesses. You know, we was having thousands of kids, hundreds of kids at a time. You know what I'm saying? So it's about them controlling nature. That's a natural thing for your soul and spirit to transcend this realm once it leaves here. But if they can lock that spirit and soul into this alternate universe, your ass ain't going nowhere. So that would be death. Because now your ass is stuck there forever. Something that we created. So we created these avatars as technology. So imagine hopping on like a jet. Just like your jet. And you got all type of stuff you can do on this jet. This ain't no regular jet now. But they hid that from you. But you got divine esoteric things that was placed inside of your avatar. That's for everything in you was for you from your thing. Everything connects to nature. So once you go in that metaverse though, that's over with, because once they get your spirit and soul out your avatar, you gonna take on whatever avatar that they giving you in the metaverse. Because remember, to play in the metaverse, you're gonna need an avatar. It ain't just gonna be you walking around with goggles. Eventually, you're gonna get a body like in a video game. Plugging yourself, because you gotta remember, that's some shit that's never been done. You gotta think. A person would love to go into an alternate world. Why do you think you see celebrities buying real estate? So that's how you know it's like a real thing. It's gonna be way deeper than VR. It ain't gonna be like no virtual reality. It's gonna seem real like this. You feel me? But it's still like gonna be set up like in a video game fashion, but the most realest video game you ever seen. This is why because think about it. If it was a video game, you're not finna see celebrities buying no property. They buying property. Niggas is buying property in this because it's gonna be the new real world. Because they know this one over with. So they trying to rush everybody into there. That's their hope. We'll make our own new world and rush everybody in there. You feel me? We get your consciousness in here, and then say you done already bought some property in the metaverse, right? You already got your house. You've been already planning the metaverse. You ain't gonna mind staying in that motherfucker. You're not. Especially if you ever seen Ready Player One. Remember Ready Player One, you could win coins and all type of shit to buy more and more things, right? So that's how the metaverse gonna be. The metaverse is like this world all over again. It's not nothing that's gonna go on that's going on right now in this world that is not already in the metaverse or going to be added. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is to transfer us and leave us stuck there, because then once they get you stuck there, they can control you in there, right? Because you ain't nothing but just once again in another computer simulation. This is a computer simulation, but this is a cosmic computer simulation that they don't control. They only locked us out of it they only locked us out of it for a little bit. There's still other realms that's in full function here on the planet that they don't control at all, that they don't have no access to. To be able to create their own version of this universe already, and then they are able to control that. And that's what they seeking. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like you see, people spending millions of dollars on it. You know it ain't just no video game. That's why I said you got people buying real estate.